Sahil, what are you hearing from Republicans on the Hill about the Supreme Court?
Hey, Chris. Well, we know that confirming judges is going to be a high priority for this new Republican Senate majority. They will have at least 52 seats. They might pad that a little bit given some of the remaining races that are still too close to call that we haven't projected yet. But they only need a simple majority to confirm judges and justices. So they're not going to be able to, or rather Democrats are not going to be able to do anything to stop them. They'll have plenty of lower court vacancies to fill, but naturally there's a lot of attention being paid right now to the Supreme Court and this retirement rumor mill, specifically with Justice Clarence Thomas, who is 76, and Justice Samuel Alito, who is 74, the two most conservative members of that court. Some believe that they might see this moment as a prime opportunity to retire and secure their seats in conservative hands for another generation or two. Numerous Republican senators I've talked to say they expect at least one, if not two, Supreme Court vacancies in Trump's second term. If Trump gets two more Supreme Court vacancies to fill, he will have appointed 5 justices, Chris. That is a majority of the entire Supreme Court. No president since FDR has done that, and FDR needed 4 terms as president to do that before the 2-term limit was imposed. So who are conservatives watching the most closely? Take a look at what Mike Davis, a conservative legal advisor and a provocateur who's dialed into this world, told me, quote, "I imagine that Justice Alito will want to get the hell out of D.C. as quickly as possible," unquote. What criteria are they going to use? Well, they'll certainly look to Trump's first term. They'll want young and conservative judges and justices. But Mr. Davis also says that Trump will look for judges who are, quote, even more bold and fearless. I asked what that means. He said it means judges will follow the law and not care what the liberal media says about them. There are also some potential wild cards, Chris. Chief Justice John Roberts turned 70 in January. Nobody really knows what his plans are. He's known to care about the reputation of the Supreme Court, and he's no longer the swing vote. And then there are Democratic anxieties as well about liberal Justice Sonia Sotomayor, who is also 70 right now. Within hours of NBC calling the presidential race, I got a text, an unsolicited text from one official in the Biden administration saying, quote, "Sonia Sotomayor needs to retire right now," unquote. The reason is they're anxious. They want Democrats to be able to confirm her while they still have power, that if she doesn't stay on the court for another 4 years, Trump could potentially extend that majority to 7-2. Chris.
Sahil, thank you so much for that.